you see the way he talks about me, you can see in his eyes. It's a homosexual rage.
Have you ever looked at a person of the same sex and felt attracted in a sexual way? I'm gonna say, chat, we're being honest. It's happened.
Is this nigga serious?
The top G is a fraud. He went from being the one man to go against the Matrix to a washed up capitalist. This guy was essentially LARPing his entire career. He capitalized off a bunch of red pill guys who wanted money but were too stupid to figure out how to get some. And now he's trying to use these same guys to come for Sneako. You have the perfect mix of homophobia, conspiracy mumbo jumbo, and stupidity. There's a bunch of dog whistles basically. I just wanted to be the voice of reason because Andrew Tate is nothing but a washed up capitalist whose grift is drying up. The whole top G gimmick is dead, and because of that he desperately clings on, not realizing it would have been far better to let go. But today I just wanted to rip the wools away from your eyes so you can see just how stupid all of this is. Comment for the algorithm. Okay, I need to give you guys some context of the situation because it really starts when the lamest group of niggas linked up for a night out at the town. It went viral because the worst people you know were all together. They even took some flicks, and that shit hit the timeline too. One thing that fried me is that I seen a tweet calling these guys the face of masculinity, but reading it now, it has to be sarcasm, right? During this night out, they decided to not only play HH in the party bus, but they also played it in a Miami club, and this led to the Miami Jewish community basically banishing these guys from the state. I've never seen such swift repercussions for any of these edgy people, and it really makes you wonder why that is. We're not gonna speak on that yet. Nevertheless, it's still corny to play HH casually in the party bus and in the club, and it's more edgy than anything. It's not anti-Israel, it's not anti-war, it's not even anti-Epstein cover-up. It's just edginess being disguised as anti-Israel and anti-government or whatever. The club would obviously issue a statement about it, and that's when these niggas started going on the damage control campaign. And one of the corniest campaigns I seen was Andrew Tate's, and he completely threw Sneako under the bus.
I think Sneako played the song.
Yeah.
I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneako played the song.
If Sneako played the song, Sneako played the song. I don't think that any of them are deeply anti-Semitic genuinely. I think they're just kids. It gets a reaction. They think they're funny. They're on the internet. I really didn't do anything wrong. I understand why some people were offended. I got on a bus. Full-grown men made decisions while I sat on my phone. I then got off the bus and stood in a nightclub while other people played songs while I sat on my phone. So it's so clear that songs like this can't be played without meeting genuine power in the world. Don't you think to somebody who is completely detached from this situation, somebody at home who has nothing to do with this situation, watches it and sits and goes, ah, see, they are in charge of everything. I understand how these things get attached to my name. It's very inconvenient for me. I have Jewish business partners. I have tech teams in Israel.
This lame wannabe top G folded instantly, and to Sneako's credit, even though he's equally lame, and I will explain why, Sneako at least stood on his stupidity. From a certain perspective, I definitely respect that infinitely more than instantly folding and trying to make someone else the scapegoat. That's some lame stuff that Andrew Tate did, real talk. He threw niggas under the bus, even though when he was blowing up, all he did was preach being an alpha male, top G energy, masculinity, etc. He preached all these things about what it means to be a real man, and he did this for misguided internet people, and he folded instantly. And it's obvious why. He said he has tech teams in Israel, he has ties, and you don't gotta be dumb to see the state of the world. Sneako peeped this, and he was obviously poking fun at it. He was tweeting stuff like this on the timeline, and that leads us to where we are today. Andrew Tate finally had enough, and he realized that his top G image is slowly disintegrating. So how do you fix that? Well, the obvious answer is launching a gay campaign against someone. That's what this video is going to be about. It's me talking about the stupidity of this gay campaign. I'm gonna show y'all just how fake this internet stuff can be, and then I'm going to address the elephant in the room, because I can't believe that being gay is the one thing that Andrew Tate thinks he has on Sneako.
A few years ago, there was a streamer, I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, who was obsessed with me. If I got a girl's number on Fresh and Fit, he tried to do the same thing. Every single thing I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me. And I thought he just wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession.
I'm not gonna break this clip up too much, but I want to call it out where I see it. Andrew Tate exposed exactly what Sneako truly is in the first 40 seconds, and that's a drone with no identity. Sneako is liable to latch onto personalities and disregard them for his gain, and that's not being gay. That's called being a grifter.
He came to Romania with two people who I respect very much, Myron and Fresh, great guys. They managed to convince me to allow him to come. He came there and started acting really fruity and really weird. He started telling me that he had this cuck thing that was exposed. He had this big cuck scandal, and he asked me what I think about cucking and if it's normal to explore your sexuality and if I've ever tried it. And I said, look, I'm older than you, bro, and I've never tried that. I don't think that's normal. And then he started saying, isn't it normal just to try new things? Don't you think it's normal to be curious? How do you know if you're really gay or not unless you've tried being gay?
And then I realized he was coming on to me. And when I realized he was coming on to me, I thought the best thing I can do is just not talk to him anymore. Because I don't like this gossip girl stuff. I don't want to be a drama merchant like he is. My brand isn't sitting online and constantly insulting other people like his is. So I thought, let me just cut him off. He's obsessed with me. He's a bit weird. It's a homosexual rage, which is suppressed. Guys, watch him do it and look in his eyes while he does it. It is a suppressed homosexual rage.
So Andrew Tate is exposing Sneako for being a grifter, basically. He's gay, and he's Muslim, and he takes drugs. And honestly, I don't really care about him being any of those things, but my issue is that Andrew Tate is also a grifter. And another thing is that calling someone gay in the red pill space is clearly a dog whistle. These guys are bigots. He knows the brand he has, and now he's trying to weaponize their bigotry at his behest. Andrew Tate betrayed this same brand the moment he tried to throw someone under the bus. That's called being a bottom G.
What he's gonna do, he's gonna bring up clips from a podcast from like 5-6 years ago where I was a stand-up comedian at the time. Oh, have you ever thought about being gay? Yeah, it's a joke. The other one they're gonna bring up, there's fake pictures going around where people pretend that there's these, like they say that you did gay. They're fake. And people post that and they've ran with this lie. The pictures that have circulated are not real. The other one, it's embarrassing, but it got leaked and then the person got arrested. This was private stuff and it was posted when I was 17. But also, what he might even do is go further and talk about people in my personal life, which is completely crossed the line. And it's time and time again, it's the people that are closest to you that you've defended the most. People that I've went to back and forth with moist criticals because I was defending people that I thought were my friends.
I'm pretty sure this was before Andrew Tate came out exposing Sneako for wanting him and his hidden homosexual feelings that Sneako had for him. Sneako was definitely on the money in every way. Right now, there is a coordinated gay smear campaign happening on Twitter, and they brought Sneako's mom into it. And Sneako confirmed what I said earlier. He's a drone who lashes onto things. The reason why Andrew Tate is doing this despite Sneako defending him consistently is because that's what the grift was. Andrew Tate has been a bad person, but Sneako was glazing him and getting close because that's how he was making money. That's where the money was, and he was the man that the internet had their eyes on. But now he's the reason that clips like these are hitting the timeline.
Like when I was like 14, I thought I was gay. I watched gay porn. It's not for me. It's not for me. I saw bro, I went to a gay nightclub with my gay friends. Like I went to go visit my friend in Massachusetts. Like, let's go to a club. It was a gay club. I'm not complaining. But
have you ever looked at a person of the same sex and felt attracted in a sexual way? I'm gonna say, chat, we're being honest. It's happened. You're lying if you've never had that thought while looking at someone of the same sex and be like, whoa.
So for starters, there's just nothing wrong with being gay. But the only reason we're seeing this stuff is because of the beef. And also, the second clip I showed you was tweeted by a man named Don Lucre. He's not only a Trump dick rider, but he's one of those truth-seeking right-wing accounts. And I just say all this to say, I'm 90% sure he's paid off. It's really random to post about a streamer being potentially gay at the same time as Andrew Tate trying to expose that same streamer for being gay. That screams fabrication. That screams fake. And then right now, they're trying to expose Sneako's mom for being a therapist that specializes in MDR therapy. And this is the conspiracy dog whistle because they're trying to compare it to MK Ultra. And as you can see, Andrew Tate is replying to this tweet to push the campaign forward. When you do the research, you see that MDR is for alleviating distress associated with trauma. These niggas are comparing therapy for trauma to MK mind control. I told you they're fucking stupid. So like I said, it's all dog whistles and grifting. This is how Andrew Tate decided to come after Sneako. It wasn't talking about how Sneako decided to still vote for Epstein's best friend and how he did a pro-Epstein best friend campaign during the election. It's the fact he did some fruity things. That's what fries me. These grifters don't have any morals or ethics. Being gay is his idea of an expose. But what about running a pro-Epsteinian campaign? For example, Donald Trump is Epstein's best friend, and people voted for Epstein's best friend 3 times, despite it being public knowledge that he was Epstein's best friend. I'm not sure if Sneako Sneako voted for Epstein's best friend 3 times, but like I said, he ran a pro Epstein's best friend campaign during the election. And this is off topic, but I think we really got to start referring to Trump supporters as Epstein's best friend supporters, because this was public knowledge, and let's call a spade. People voted for Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. There is no redemption after that, bro. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie. That stuff crazy.
No, actually, Cobra Tate, I don't think that's what you're not supposed to say about the Epstein files. What you're not supposed to say about it is that it has clear ties to Israel and Mossad, that Jeffrey Epstein was working for Israel, and that the people that you're simping for so hard, oh, if you want to be like Elon Musk was just allegedly implicated in these files. Donald Trump's finger, they're all over these files, and that's what you're not saying.
And Sneako's right, but it's just so much moral posturing here. It's almost like he's trying to make you forget that he was just an Andrew Tate Glazer, and he was just promoting Epstein's best friend. And mind you, he's now rubbing shoulders with a certain man, and his name is James Fishbach. He's currently attempting to be governor of Florida, but mind you, the Florida school district cut ties with him in 2022 over sexual misconduct allegations with a minor.
What other streamers have you been paying attention to?
I think there's this guy called Nick. I think it's Nicholas J. What's his What's his name? Fuentes, I think?
Something like that.
You get in trouble if you say you watch his stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's freaking hilarious.
He said positive things about you. I don't know if it was on stream.
And of course, a right-wing governor with creep allegations messes with Nick Fuentes. But okay, let's just go back to the allegations. I'm gonna let you guys decide on whether or not it's credible, because at the end of the day, these are still just allegations, but I will obviously tell you guys how I feel. Earlier this year, the woman Keena Ford went to court asking for an order of protection against Fishbach. She said he initiated a romantic relationship with her in spring 2022 and directed her to keep it a secret when she said he was 27 and she was 17 and working for his group Incubate Debate. Fishbach founded the organization in 2019, partnering with school districts in Florida to build debate programs for middle and high school students. Ford said in court records that they lived together and were briefly engaged after she turned 18. During that time, Fishbach lost his temper and threw things at her on multiple occasions. According to the court filings, which were first reported by Florida Politics, Fishbach in response claimed that Ford suffered from mental health issues that predated their relationship and presented evidence that he said showed she wanted to rekindle their relationship as recently as December 2024. He also claimed that she was going after him in Incubate Debate after she worked for a competing organization. Fishbach has denied wrongdoing. Ebony Moore emailed 4 Broward County School District officials alleging that Fishbach had an inappropriate relationship with Ford. Her daughter, Demi, was a student in Okaloosa County in the northern part of the state and held a leadership role in Fishbach's organization. Quote, James Fishbach has been having an inappropriate relationship with a minor who was in a leadership role for Incubate Debate, end quote, Moore wrote at the time from an anonymous email address. So in 2025, a woman named Keena accused Fishbach of being in an inappropriate relationship with her when she was 17 and he was 27. He denies this and provides proof she wanted to engage with him in December 2024. He also claimed that she was going after him and his debate organization. However, a separate person emailed the school district around this time alleging the same thing and corroborating the claims of Miss Ford. It's a little confusing, but it also seems like Miss Moore was alleging that James Fishbach also had an inappropriate relationship with her daughter Demi. The email also said Incubate Debate participants witnessed inappropriate behavior between Fishbach and the student during a trip to a Fishbach family home. So on top of the alleged interactions between Fishbach and the minors, there's also allegations of students in the debate organization witnessing inappropriate behavior between Fishbach and the victim on a trip to one of his family homes. These are allegations, but this just seems a little boundary crossing to me, and in my opinion, I think there's definitely a likelihood that this is true. But regardless of if it's true or not, this would make me cautious of someone's character. And for someone who's morally posturing like Sneako about Epstein, you'd think he'd be more cognizant. But with that being said, Andrew Tate is a lame, he's a grifter, and he's watching his grift dry up in front of him. He tried this gay campaign on Sneako, but ultimately it exposed dog whistles and just how fictional the Andrew Tate character truly is. This is a new era, and that's all I had to say. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. I love you all. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.
Say my pen away.